my viewer, my queen, our mother out there. This is another beautiful week. Today is Monday, and umesikia songs sijui kama imekubamba inasema uwezi jizuia. I don't know whether you can also jizuia yourself. No, I have missed you, and today it's another episode. And as I keep telling you, this is the place for all women. And here we talk matters women. Atuongei mambo mingi sana, ni mambo na wanawake. And today I have a beautiful lady, and she is young. And being young means that she's not even married. And guess what? She's the director of a company. Oh my God, you're out there, you feel like hujui uanze wapi, wataka kuanza kampuni, you want good life, you want everything good, but you don't know how and when and how. Today is that day when we are able to understand how can you start a business from the scratch, how can you market, how can you become relevant. And as we keep saying, a woman is a woman, and you never know how strong you are until being strong is the only option that you have. And this is the opportunity where we are equipped, where we are put together, and we become that strong woman. This is Quiz Talk with Wanjiku Githinji, and with me I have Njambi Kariuki.
Yes.
Thank you, madam, for coming.
Karibu sana.
How are you?
I'm good.
Umekuwa namna gani?
Nimekuwa vyema. I just thank God.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was fine. Chilled.
Yes.
And overall just fine. Yeah.
You know, I'm just excited.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I wish I knew what you know when I was your age. Because I think I would have done a lot. But the fact that you're here, you're young, you're not married, you're just there, and then all of a sudden you have just decided mediocre is not where you belong. Smallness is not your place. I'm just excited to host you.
Thank you, Sam.
Who is Njambi?
Njambi is a young girl, as you said.
Yes.
Born and raised in Muranga. Yeah. So maisha yangu yote nimekuwa Muranga. So this is my home. Yeah.
Lakini ukatae usizaliwe hapa, uolewe hapa. Ingine sitaki kusema. No, that one I refuse. You have to move out of Muranga. But in the meantime, take us through the journey, how you brought up, you know, and so that you're able to understand. In a
nutshell, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I was born in 1990. Nimesomea hapa Muranga. There's a school called St. Joseph. It's where I started.
Director. Oh my God. I'm just excited.
And then I went to St. James until class 4. Then I was taken to boarding school with my sisters from class 4 to class 8. And then after that I went to Kirugwea Girls. Hapo ndo nilimalizia. That was in 08. And then now from there I went to JKUAT where I did IT. And then after I left JKUAT, I got my first job, Kuza loans, you know?
Loans.
Yeah, loans. So after the loans is when I got into real estate. Now, I worked for a company for about, I want to say 3.5 years. 3.5 years. So now that's where now I decided that that's the field I wanted to, you know, to be in for the rest of my life. So that's why I branched out.
This is the question I keep asking myself.
Yeah.
You did IT.
Yes.
You're in real estate.
Yeah.
Who went? Where did we go wrong? Is it us? Is it the community? Where did we lose it?
For me, when I went to campus, when I was joining campus, there were the things I wanted to do, you know. Yes. But then back then, our time, you know, there were courses that were not courses. So the only other option, and because I was advised by my dad, because where the world was going back then, my dad knew we are going to be like driven by technology in the future. So that's what he advised me to go do, you know, which was quite very true, because right now everything is
IT.
Everything.
That's where the world is going.
Yeah. Yes. So after that, now when I was exposed to the world, is when I got to experience many things, and then I found what I would want to do. So that is what I decided. So I did not let myself be conformed by my, you know, by what I studied. Yeah.
I may look just to see, just went to you wasted money because.
Yeah, you see that would be what most people would, you know, fall back on. Oh, I wasted the money. I'm not doing what's, you know. But what matters. And the joy of every parent is to see the child happy, you know, regardless of what kind of a child they have, they always want that child to be happy.
Exactly.
So as long as I was happy, I was supported, you know. So for them, I even don't even remember that. I don't think they remember I did IT. You know, they can't, because that was I want to say 8. Now it's gonna be 9 years ago. Yeah. No, actually a whole decade ago. Yeah.
But I feel even in the system that you have in education, maybe tukipitia ni kama kuna mahali tuko tunakosea. Because like I can tell you, I've done accounts up to CPK.
And here
I'm a very good marketer.
Yeah.
You can see where I am. So I feel if I don't know how you feel, kama kungelikuwa na vile ambavyo ungekaa chini na mtoto wako, you get to understand what is that thing that is inside. Because at times I feel we don't know what you want. Like now, our watoto wa form 4 ametoka from class 8. You know, they don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So they can just grab anything. I feel, how do you feel about that time you were given like 1 year to think about what you want, you know?
That year was very important.
Yes.
Very important, because I come from a very huge family where my dad there are 6 in the family, and my mom, there were 7, you know. So the whole family is so huge. There's so many people in different professions. So one of the things that we used to be encouraged, what is it you want to be? If you say a doctor, so Uncle so and so and Uncle so and so or Auntie so and so is a doctor. Talk to them so that you can actually understand what being a doctor means. You see?
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that parents should do right now for kids who they're going into campus or college is to identify and ask, because you see, our parents, they don't give you much of a choice. They tell you, no, what you say, for example, you want to go and do, I'll just give an example. You want to be a DJ, you want to go learn the whole DJing thing. That doesn't make sense to our parents. What are you saying?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like seriously, is a career. Nataka kitu kona heshima.
You know,
kona heshima lakini si passion yake.
Okay, exactly. Yeah. So find out what your child is interested in, you know. And I'm sure even if you don't have a relative that is in that field, you know someone.
You can say that again, my dear. I think that's where we are losing it. Parents out there, they feel that whatever this person has passion about, maybe at kutengeneza nails. That's what this person, nani kijana.
Yeah.
So let them be. Because I think
expose them to other people who are in that field, so that they can also understand what it is they are getting themselves into. You know, you can find someone who wants to get into engineering because they've seen someone, ile ati anasema hii barabara ni yali, whatever, or this bridge ni yali fanya, you know, but they don't understand the work and the time put behind the studying of that particular course. Absolutely. You see, so they need to expose these children to people who are already in those fields. Yes, and also give them options, you know, because a child doesn't know much like a parent, because our parents have gone through everything. You see, and that is why they always try to not just tell us but kind of dictate, because they have already gone through it, and they want to spare the child the time wasting of and all those other pains that come with making wrong decisions. But listening to the child, I believe, is very important, because at the end of the day, when we were created, there were particular gifts and strengths that were put in us.
Yes.
Things that you are born with, you know. You at times you feel you're meant for greatness, you know. There are all those things that you feel. So it's good for parents to have an open conversation with kids. Yeah. I feel like, for example, in my case, I come from a family of 4. There are 3 girls and 1 boy. The boy is the last born. The boy was asked what he wants to do, and he had a variety of things that he wanted, you know, and he settled on what he knew he would want to do, you know. I remember he used to say, I want to be able to build a robot, you know. So he would ask himself, what is this course I should do? So he went to do electronic and mechatronics, I think that's the name of the course, mechatronics engineering. So now when he got in there, it's not easy, you know, because of the workload, and it's just a lot. So that kind of exposure and to be listened to also gives the child a platform whereby they feel they can talk to the parents.
Wow.
Yeah.
Today we are talking about a woman in business, and why we are having this kind of discussion is that you may have a son, a daughter out there, she wants to be in business, but then you need to understand what is it that you want, because we're not all of us meant to be employed. Now, because why I'm bringing this discussion is because of your transition, just from IT, all of a sudden you are employed, and all of a sudden you're somewhere else, you're training and those kind of things, and then again you're here, you are the director. So that's why I wanted you to take us through that journey. Now, you've said you worked in another place.
Pardon?
You have said you are in another place.
Yeah.
What give you the drive to start your own organization? How did you start? Is this something that you just get start like that and decided, okay, this is what I want to do? Now, how did you go about it? How is the process?
I think for me it began when I got my first job. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember I got in as a customer care. You know, so my work was just making calls and making orders for the loans. Yeah. And maybe talking to clients, yeah, and I did that for 2 months. So on the third month, they made me the supervisor of the customer care. You see, and then after another 2 months, they promoted me to target manager. You know, so every employer I've had has always seen something in me. You know, and that was one of the things that I could not see for myself. You know, there are things people see and tell you that you are, but you can't. Yeah, you can't see. And then so they will always, all the bosses I've had, I really appreciate them, because they would always put me in positions whereby I'm not comfortable with it, but it's a position that gives me a responsibility. Yeah. So the moment I would get into those positions, I would see like what I'm capable of. I remember with the target management in the company, Akuza Loans. Yeah. After making me target manager, they promoted me again, whereby they were expecting me to go into different counties in the country, opening up branches for them, training a team, and then moving on to the next county. And then once I was done, because I remember I opened 13 branches around Kenya. Yeah, wow. Yeah, and that time I remember I was 23.
23.
At 23.
Commanding other power.
Imagine.
Wow.
You see, it's something they were seeing in me that I couldn't see, you know. But when once I got into the position and was able to do all this, open all the branches, and then once I was done opening, now it was going to visit every branch, see how they're doing, you know.
Yeah.
So I could see that I cannot only lead people, but people will do what I am doing. You see, that if I'm proactive, they become proactive. Wow. You see, because energy is very transferable.
That's very true. That's very true.
Yeah. So then after that, it got to a point now, you have to move on if things are not, you know, you can be doing a lot, but your pocket is still saying it's not a lot.
It's not enough.
And then you see with all the movement, I would never even stay in the house, you know, because I'm either niko Kisumu, niko Meru, niko Embu, you know, niko Nyamira, you know, like coast. Like I was all over, so I would sleep in my house like 2-3 days out of a month.
But the pocket is wanting.
Yeah, the pocket is still crying, you know. And then again, you see, even at that age, pia utatumiwa, you know. Yeah. So from there, I was like, I know. Let me just, you know, move on
to somewhere else.
Yeah. So now moving on out to the place where I sold land, when I began selling land. I had never. Now you see that the transition from being, you know, the leader of salespeople to becoming a salesperson.
All right.
You see, the kwenda chini tena, because I realized, okay, I wasn't feeling so good about it because I knew where I used to be, you know. But then again, even as a marketer, I would earn more.
In the real estate.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, just hold there. The story is becoming sweeter and sweeter, and oh my God, you have a lot to offer. You're there, your mother, you're a daughter, and you have the desire to go to business. This is the day for you, and this is Quiz Talk with Wanjiku Githinji, and I'm with Njambi Kariuki, and we are trying to unveil things, and we're going to have a commercial break, and when we get back, you're going to just pick from there so that she is able to take us through how you start a real estate, how you go about it, how you open a business name, how you maybe a business name or a company, how you go about it. This is the show for you, and in a few we will be right back. Don't go too far. Welcome back. This is Queen's Talk with Wanjiku Githinji, and I have a guest with me, Njambi Kariuki, and tunasema maji si maji tu. Sometimes you may not know the difference until maybe you get the taste of it. Maji si maji, maji ni Regis Premier Water. Just get a taste of it, and then you're gonna tell me the difference. So we're getting back to the discussion we had today, and kuna mahali ambapo tumeacha, and you've said you started somewhere, and then how you got into real estate. Let's now get the information from there.
Okay, so I joined the real estate company.
Yes.
Now as a marketer, you know, and we were talking about how that was a big drop from what I was doing before that. Yeah. Only now have I come to realize that I was leading marketers without knowing what a marketer was doing. You know, I was putting expectations on marketers without understanding exactly what it is they go through, in the field. So now when I came to real estate and became a marketer, and now I got to understand
the real thing.
Yeah, you know, like the struggles, and you know how much more they have to be proactive than when you make up office.
Let me tell you, you have said it very well. Because at times, I don't like it when even you go to a company, you are the marketing manager, you have your workforce, you just push them to the corner, you just give them target, you just talk to them anyhow, you don't understand what they go through. So I agree, now when you go back to where you were once a marketer, or you have ever been a marketer, even when you're hiring, I tend to believe you need to go, you need to get that person mwenye anajua marketing ni nini. Sometimes you go to the market, the client is there, they just put you off, just nasty things, and they just talk to you anyhow without apologies. And then on the other side, your boss is waiting for results.
You have your daily target that you must hit, you know.
So at least you got the taste of it.
I got the real taste. And actually even having people put you off to your face, it wasn't something I had experienced before.
Marketers, they go through a lot.
A lot. And being a marketer, you must be very
tough and have a hard skin.
You know, like you cannot let what people are saying put you down. You know, you can't like huwezi kufa roho because of one bad experience. If anything, that bad experience is supposed to give you more t-shirt, even more. You know.
Now you know strength.
So in that company, I got to a place where now I felt I had had enough of being a marketer. And I remember one time we went to the real estate company is a cooperative, so there was the cooperative awards that are usually done per county. So our cooperative would always win, you know. So I went to the first one for the cooperative awards, and I saw one of my leaders being the one who's talking to these guys who we used to call judges. You know, they are people who are going to come and judge these cooperatives and then, you know, grade the cooperatives. So when I saw my leader speak, I was like, you know what, next year, I'm going to be the one who's speaking to these people. I want to be the one speaking to them. And then when I got back now to the office, I was like, I can already see some loopholes in the company. How about I give solutions to these problems? You know, create a plan that would ensure down the line, these problems don't occur, or we clear up any problems that were there before. So I took that proposal to the chairman and the treasurer then, and they gave me a chance. They employed me into the office, you know. So then now when it came to the next year, we're now talking. I found myself talking to the judges, and then I remembered what I told myself a year ago. You see,
that's the woman I talked about.
You know. So and then it hit me. I was like, it's not just about saying I want to do this. It's actually taking a step to make sure that it's there. And when it got there, I could not realize it. When I saw the photo of me speaking to the judge, I was like, wait, I had said I will be the one to speak to these people. So you know, it builds your confidence even more to know that you're capable of much more.
What I hear you say is that as a woman, sometimes you have to see and then actualize.
Yes.
Because I think it is also that if you have not seen anything, you can never get there.
You have to, like, when I saw, I felt like, I even remember I was a bit jealous because I was like, why am I not the one speaking to these judges? You know, I should be the one.
Yes, why not me?
And I remember to this day, the time I spoke to those judges, they even told the chairman, you have a very remarkable team. I like the lady that spoke. She was very eloquent, very confident. That's a very good team. I was so proud of myself. I didn't even wait for the event to be over. I just zoop. I've done what I had come to do for this particular event. I didn't even wait for the awards to go receive the awards. I had already done what I
And you're satisfied.
Yeah.
That's the woman. When a woman is satisfied with what she has done, oh my God, she doesn't need to be a
You go on to the next thing now.
Yes, without apologies. And you want to go for the bigger thing.
Yeah.
Now, before we leave there, what's the difference? In a real estate, you can go through the cooperative way or you can have a company. Now, tell us about it. Because maybe there's a woman out there who may want to have, they're not sure, that's registered as a cooperative or as a limited company. How do you go about it? It
depends with the kind of structure you want for your company. You see, for cooperatives, it's a group, they have to have shares bought, include the general public, whereby they can come and be part owners of the cooperative, whereby they are going to share the losses and the profits, okay?
With the shareholders.
Yeah, with the shareholders now. And these shareholders are the ones who are going to elect who is going to be their chairman, who's going to be their treasurer, their HS, all these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So with real estate, with now a limited company, it's the partners who are on the line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So any profit and loss is on to the partners. Yeah.
If you lose, you lose.
If you lose, you lose. Yeah.
If you get the best of the best, you enjoy the best of the best.
Yeah.
Now, can I say that? Can I make a conclusion? I don't know that it's right. You're here to confirm that if you go the cooperative, which it means maybe you don't even have the resources, so you want to depend more with the members who are going to buy shares or something like that.
It depends, because you see, even when you look at the shareholding, you find that people can buy their shares slowly, so that guarantees the company some kind of income on a monthly basis.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would say you don't necessarily need funds to join real estate. You see, you can go the broker way, where you already know someone who has land, and you as an individual, you don't necessarily need to go do register a company and all these things. Yeah, I have a seller selling land, and then I know someone who wants to buy land. So you just act as a broker who is gonna bring these people together. You see, hakuna mahali ume deposit money or you've done anything. All you've done is bring these two people together. So of course they give you a particular kind of fee depending on your rate. Yeah. So you can begin there, because whatever you earn as a broker is good money. So if you can just save that up for yourself, and because you see, a cooperative has so much responsibilities.
You have to give returns, you have to be audited.
Exactly. And also how you're accountable to your shareholders.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, when you call for an AGM, an annual general meeting where your shareholders come, you have to be very accountable on what you've done with the money that the company has received, how you're doing your dividend sharing. There's so much to go into being a cooperative. Yeah.
Okay. So as an expert in that kind of field, what would you advise a young girl out there? Do you start ile kidogo kama wewe binafsi unacheza kama wewe?
I would really say,
because I think like we have three options. You can do it privately, my queen, or maybe you can go the society way.
Yeah.
The cooperative is cooperative is a society.
Yeah, it's a society.
Or maybe the limited company. Okay.
I would advise someone, because initially, you see, when you're beginning something, you don't necessarily have the capital to begin, because you see, if you want to sell land as a company, you have to go and purchase that particular land. Say you want an acre and you're told maybe the acre is like 2 mil, and you have 0 shillings.
Don't have anything,
you see, so instead of raising this 2 mil from different people so that you guys can create a cooperative, how about you just begin as a broker? Give yourself time, and also try and see if that's the field that you want to, that you can thrive in. So give yourself time. Begin with, being like the mediator, the broker, known as the broker, become the broker, because brokers earn. You see, 2 mil you can earn in a very short time as a broker. So now if you want now to expand and become like an organization, then at least you have your own finances.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, my queen, I hope you have heard that. You don't need just hold your hand like this simply because you don't have money. No, start by looking for that land. Mwenye nauza, mnataka kununua, bring them together, and that is how you start.
Yeah.
Now, let us come back now to the main thing. You are a director. Tell us about the Generation Arise Limited.
Generations Arise came about, the name itself, came about when we realized that you'll find most of the investors are our parents, you see, and our own generation is not investing. You know,
true.
the first thing when they get money is
spend. Buy clothes, new clothes.
You know, trending clothes. You know, you want to go to big places that you can have photos for Insta. You know, it's just a lot when it comes to this other generation, the generation right after our parents. Yeah, so we wanted that generation to rise and start getting their own things, because you ask someone why are you driving a Mercedes and you should have, you know, and you're paying rent of 10,000 or 15,000 or 20,000, you know, like or priorities. People have lacked priorities, and wengine too, they just seated waiting for what their parents have. You see, you think you okay, you know, your dad has like 10 acres of land. You think, why should I buy my own and I'll inherit? You see, so the question is, we as kids have things to inherit because our parents invested. You see, and if we inherit whatever was invested by our parents, we shall use it on to do our own things. What about our kids? What are they going to inherit?
Oh my God.
You see,
that's
so
wisdom.
Yeah, so the generations arise us to call people to rise. Anyone between I'm thinking anyone below 40 should have purchased something of their own.
You have not heard that. Say that again.
Anyone below 40 should make an effort to have something of their own, you know, because right now there's so many options out there for investing. You know, there are companies that will even give you an option of building your own house, and then you can pay, kidogo, you know. There's so many options out there for you to ensure that you have your own house. You can, you know, you have land somewhere that you're waiting, like you're calling an asset. You see, so the generations arise was just to create awareness to this to younger people. Yeah. I remember my first client who invested with me. She was 26 years old, and she was telling me she doesn't have money. She gets a salary of 50,000, so she wanted a plan whereby she can, you know, pay kidogo. Even if we had no option like that, you see that at the end of the day, when you tell people your intention and they have experienced other things, they'll give you
an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Now, for her, what she did is, because we told her we don't have the where you can put up some money, where you're calling it a float deposit, whereby when it gets to a particular amount, then the money can be allocated. So we told her the easiest thing for you is to open up a saving system in a bank. You know, just ensure that at the end of every month, if it is you unaeka kando, you know, and then again, when you're young, you don't necessarily have to take the burden on yourself, because if you put up 10,000 at the end of the year, you have 120.
It should not do much.
It won't do much for you in terms of land investing. So imagine it's you and your 5 other friends who have gotten into that system of saving. You see, with 600,000, you can all own a piece of property. You see, don't, you know, kuna watu wanapenda kupata vitu wao wenyewe pekee. You know, and hakuna, they say kidole kimoja. Exactly. So you need to join and you know, join forces with other people who have your kind of direction. So you guys can do something great together. So basically, just ensure whatever it is you're getting, whatever amount it is that you can put aside to ensure a certain future for yourself, that is perfect. You see, the thing is, I like when out there, because you see so many things. We have clients who are visually impaired, you know, and they're investing. This is someone who has not seen the land that they're buying, you see.
But they're doing it.
They're doing it because whoever they have, their trusted companion is saying and is telling them this is really good, and you know, let's do this, you see. So if someone who may not be as fortunate as you is taking a chance, why should you not?
Oh my God, that's a question that you're being asked. You're there, you're earning your 50,000 at the end of the month. There is nothing much you're doing about it. You need to develop a culture of savings, because the wanasema kama ile mwembe ambayo tunakula sahi. Somebody 10 years ago, 15 years ago did not do the investment. Then definitely will not be enjoying the fruits or the mangoes. That tells you that you're there, you are 20 years, 15 years, no, 20 years, 25 years, or 30 years. You're there, panda mbegu yako saa hii, ili the next 10 years to come, you'll be able to get somewhere. Now keep talking to us through our SMS line, that is 23595. Our WhatsApp line is 0724121812. Let's get feedback from you, and also go to our YouTube channel, Daesak TV, like, subscribe, leave us a note, an SMS, and so that we are able to know how you feel about the discussion that we're having today, how you may, if you want to be helped, the expert is here. Njambi Kariuki, she just knows exactly what she's talking about, and she has a lot to offer. You are there, don't think that what you have is so small. You hata hiyo kidogo unasema toa kitu kidogo. Invest. And if you're not ready to invest, just save up, because you get to a place where you see something you want, like a piece of land you really desire, but then you had not put measures before, to assist you to get that. Now your chance inakupita too. You know, you just reminded me something. My grandfather, my grandmother, she passed away some time back. He used to, my grandfather used to give the story that there was the time they used to buy land shilingi mbili. So he kept on giving that story. A number of times I had him give the story. And one day I think my grandma alikasirika tu mara moja. And then he asked him, "What do you mean? Mashina ukisema shamba ilikuwa shilingi, ulinunua ngapi?" So I'm like, even now, if a piece of land is going for 500,000, 600,000, you don't have to keep on saying. Then you start giving the story. Kuna wakati ilikuwa natoa 200, kama maybe in most part of Murang'a, the same matter ilikuwa natoa 50,000. And you did not take the opportunity then. Then maybe you can just believe and say, the time is now. Now, take us through now.
I'll also give an example. 5 acres, 30 years ago, was being sold at 20,000. Those are 5 acres of land. Right now, the same piece of land, 1 acre cannot go for anything less than 3.5.
Oh my God! Now you do a projection.
So you can imagine the entire time you bought that piece of land 30 years ago. Now you will dispose of that land when you retire. How much money do you have?
That's the projection. It will be crazy.
Crazy. And then now, the other thing with investing, you have to identify places. Okay.
Don't just invest.
Just because there's land being sold somewhere, you go buy. That's okay. It's fine, because you see, at the end of the day, land will never bring you loss. But also, you want something very, very prone to what is it called? Appreciate. To appreciate, and take the shorter time. You don't necessarily need the 30 years. You can check at an area. For example, I'll give where my company concentrates on selling land right now is on the Keno Marwa Road, the one that is being made at dual carriage. Okay, these guys bought that land. I remember the very first land we sold was bought in 1991, and selling that land right now. You see the price, you're like, what? Because so many people bought land a long time ago. I remember there's like 7.5 acres bought by some sisters in South Africa, and they want to do a whole retreat center. You see, and they bought that land a long time ago, you see, because they had that intention for Kenya. They were telling me that they have so many retreat centers in Africa, in so many, like 31 countries here in Africa. So they wanted to also do the same thing here in Kenya, just by the fact that that is their intended project there. What has happened in that area is that the prices have skyrocketed. Okay, you find another like 17 acres owned by some other gentleman, and he wants to have like an entire park around that, like say a business park in that area. You see, so already, just because of the intended development for that piece of land, any
developer,
any piece of land that is in their circumference has appreciated higher than even maybe whatever is across the road. You see, because you coming to buy that time, you're the last developer coming. You see, so the value has already appreciated. So keeping an eye out. You see, even when Thika Highway was being constructed, unakumbuka kukuwa na vitu mingi sana kwa at all. So you can imagine the people who owned that land while it was being constructed, and now after it was finished being the construction was done, you can imagine how much money they had to let go. They had to, you know, to receive, to let go of that piece of land. You see? So being strategic on what you want to invest and when to invest is very important. I'll give an example. When I was working in that cooperative, back then, I think it was, I want to say 2018, there was an eighth which was like 2 kilometers from that tarmac, was going for 295. You see? Right now, the same eighth, and it's just been what, 3 years now, that same eighth can't go for anything less than $1 million right now as we speak. And this is, the road is under construction right now.
So by the time it's done,
oh my God. Yeah, people are gonna, you know, make money that time.
That's true.
So if you want to invest along that road, this is the time to take. If you did not invest before the construction, this is the time. Before construction started, an acre at the road would go for like 5 mil. Right now, because I have sampled all the prices along that road, there was one gentleman who said yake actually without 16 mil.
Oh my.
Now, even right now, even when I tell him I have someone who is interested with that piece of land, he's like, no. Tupatane next year, end of next year. Yeah.
Because definitely he knows it's higher.
Yeah.
Oh, now what I hear you say is that if you have some chums, ziko kwa banks, zimekaa tu hivi idle, this is the time to invest. Now, as we get out of, we want to have a commercial break, but when we come back, I want you to focus on this. We have had a lot of things that happened in the real estate. Kuna kununua mashamba, unanunua kwa mtu, inakuwa na issues, you don't have the title, things happen, unapata mtu amechukua land kubwa, they are not even done with the family comes and says, do what. So I want us to catch up from there, so you're able to tell us the pros and cons and what we really need to do so that you get the genuine thing.
Yeah.
We want to have a commercial break and we will be right back. Don't go too far. Imagine, Legends Premier Water is the water for you. Get the taste and give me the difference. Welcome back once again. This is Queen's Talk with Wanjiku Githinji, and today I'm with Njambi Kariuki, an expert, a woman, so to say, a queen, a mother. Oh, not a mother. I'm so sorry about that, my dear.
Thank you. Unaniombea mema.
Mazuri, sindio?
Yeah.
And as I keep on telling you, my viewer, is that here we discuss matters women, and today we are looking at a woman in business, and today we are talking serious matters. That's why you see I'm not laughing, I'm not talking around, because we are talking about something that can make you to be the woman that you have always desired to be. And as Njambi has kept on telling us from the time we started the show, is that you have to have discipline. You must be, you must see things, and then when you see them, go to them. Don't just fold your hand. And you don't need money. Sometimes you say what you need is faith. You need faith, and you say, let me just release my wings and see how far I can go.
Yeah.
And definitely you have done that, my dear.
Yeah.
I keep on saying that sometimes just meet I wish I knew what you need, right now at my age. I think I would have done a lot. Yes. Take us through now. I asked a question. How do you know in this real estate business, in most times you find that we have even quacks also. Kuna wale watu ambao they're doing some funny things, and then you find you have been paying deposit, all of a sudden after a year you cannot even have your land. Now, what are those measures that you put across so that we avoid that? And then for you as a company, the Generation Arise Limited, what is that makes you to be outstanding? Yes.
Okay, as an individual first that wants to invest, my advice is this. The moment you're told about this piece of land and say you go see it, and you're very interested in this piece of land, the very first thing you want is the search number of the mother title.
Yes.
You see? Because now this search number should give you the real information of the real owner. Yeah. Okay. Because now you get the search from the land, the land's office will give you the information. So if the title says that the owner is, say, Robert, but the land is saying something different, then now you see now you don't even get involved in the whole situation that is going there. Just watch here. The day they sort out and the lands and then themselves have the same information, then go ahead. So always ensure that the owner of the piece of land. Now from there, now what we do as a company is ensure that other than just ensuring we get buyers, okay, we ensure that the buyer is satisfied as much as the seller of the land, okay. This means when you come see our land, we give you the search number. You do the search for yourself, okay, because you
at
see
your own cost.
so that you don't say that I did the search for you and then I gave you false information. You see when you do the search yourself, you believe. You see. So now after that, we are very transparent on how we do our things, step by step. You always get confirmations and proof of what you're doing, okay. So with every payment you make, we ensure, other than just the receipt, we show you, we'll give you a whole statement. You see, this statement will say you began paying on this day, and on this other day you made a deposit. You see, just a whole statement. Kama vile bank itakupea statement ya account yako. You see, so you also get that kind of statement. The other thing is we always ensure our legal team is there, because they're the ones that do anything that we
agreement
need, everything, the signing. So we ensure, because our legal team is not in-house, it's outsourced, so we ensure that we even tell you, don't even come to our office. When it comes now to the signing and everything, let's meet at the lawyer's office, because we also want you to have the opportunity of going to the lawyer,
also ask some questions,
in depth. And also, even when you have your even when you have your own issues and you don't have a lawyer, at least you already have an office where you can rush to for help. So other than just going through the process, the other thing we do, we don't wait for everyone to finish paying so that we can do the titles. We tunatoanga title pa wewe ukimaliza hiyo pata yako umemaliza, because you don't have to wait for every, because you see people's payment strength is different. Kuna mwenye atakuja lipe kila kitu leo. It will be very unfair for us to make this person wait for a whole year until the last person finishes to pay so that you can get your title, because remember, at the end of the day, title is what shows ownership. Now leave even the certificates you're given at the certificate. The title is the deal. That's the whole deal.
Now say, for example, I've come, I have bought the land, I have paid everything. How long does it take for me to get my title? It depends. Okay, when you've finished paying, we always tell people to give us 2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks. The first week where you meet the board, and then now the next week is when now you get your title. We ensure that our process does not take more than 14 working days. Because unajua pia patience ya mwanadamu si it requires some practice. So we don't do the whole month or 3 months for title. No, if you finish your payment today, in 14 days you're gonna have your title. Also, I don't have to wait for the whole rot. You see, if a project has, say, 30 plots, you see, these are 30 people with different payment strategies for themselves. You see, so it would be very unfair, like I said, for mtu amalize and they have to wait for a whole year for someone else, at least so that everyone can finish, and then we do our titles. Another question maybe I ask, if I buy the land and like maybe I have identified I want land A, and I have started paying. Do you have the system of lipa kidogo kidogo, and then how long do I have to wait? Okay, we normally give people 3 to 6 months to pay. Okay, but we have also this option. You see, most investors, not most, I say some investors are employed, others are not. So kuna wale wa biashara ambao, they don't get like money every month. So they'll say after every 2 months I'm gonna bring this amount. You see, and maybe they can pay this after 2 months, they pay, and then you see after 1 month now they even pay more. You see, so there's so much. So what we try to do is ensure, as long as this person has come and told us I can't pay in this month, so we ask you what is comfortable for you, because at the end of the day there was the initial payment that was paid. Okay. So if maybe the land is like going for 300,000, what is the first installment that I need to make? Okay, we tell people the installment can't be anything less of a third. Of the amount. You see. So you pay like 40,000? No, you pay 100. If it's 300, you pay like 100,000. And then now this other 200, we usually tell someone you design your own payment plan. Oh
okay, because the system is gonna capture so and so is supposed to pay this and this and this day. So every day we have a list of people who are gonna pay that particular day.
Isn't it a loss? Because I tend to believe the land is going for 300,000. I have paid 100,000. Then the balance of 200,000 I want to split for the next 4 years.
No, we don't. You know, you cannot go beyond. Yeah, we have a limit. Even if it's kidogo, you have a designated time. Even one of the clients when amekaa sana hajaipitisha 9 months. Yeah.
Now how do you treat this case? This person has come, amelipa and hajamaliza, and he or she is not able to pay that amount of due. Do you repossess the land back?
First, what we do before we do any kind of repossession is this. You've told us you are unable to pay. Now we tell you, give us 2 weeks, you see, so that we can get someone else to come pick that piece of land.
Okay.
So say for example, again, the land was 300, so far you've paid 250. We find someone who wants that piece of land. Now we tell this person, this 250, direct it to so and so because you're taking their plot. You see? So now the client, say for example now you and I, the land was mine, I'm defaulting, you're the one who's coming to pick the piece of land. So you will give me the 250, you see, and then now,
company.
Yes.
Now, what about the case that yes, you have done the transaction and whatever, but this land has appreciated? How do you go about it? Because again, if I've been paying for 1 month or even for 6 months, that land needs also to have appreciated. How do you teach that?
Now, with every project we have a limited time, whereby within this time we cannot allow the land to appreciate until, so let's say for example, after an year now, whatever payments are done after that, because you see we also have to maintain the communication with the person and tell them, now you cannot exit here, you have a decision to make. You see, do you like how much longer is it that you need, and if it surpasses the 1 year limit, then you see every month will come with a particular fee that you're going to have to add, you see, because of the land appreciation. And if you opt to relinquish the land, then we tell someone, you don't even mind worry yourself about finding someone to come and take your land, we will do that for you. Okay, so all you have to do now is give us your details so that when this person comes, pesa inakuja kwako directly kwanza before I think that's a good way of doing the business. Now, there's a young lady out there, a mother maybe, or anyone who is following the discussion that you have, and they may want maybe to go in as themselves or maybe as partners. What would you advise? If you're gonna go by yourself, begin. And you don't have the money, begin the broker route, because at the end of the day you also need that experience. Remember when I said that when I went back to being a marketer, I understood
a lot of
ground eco, totally different. So so begin with the ground. Don't say because now you want to sell land, you want to begin there. No. Anza pale chini, because ukianza pale kuna chances utanguka, because there are so many things that one learns, you know,
a lot
that helps you grow and expand your business. Depending, understanding on your experience. So if you're gonna go at it alone, begin there. You know, if you're gonna like decide to have a partner, like Save Me and You get into business together, there are particular things you need to identify. You need to identify each other's strengths and weaknesses, because that is the only way you'll be able to give it, like, you know, distribute the roles amongst yourself. You see, and if you get yourself a partner, one of the things you should ensure is you're accountable of each other's work. By this I mean, if your role is to, you know, do ensure we have printouts for marketing, you know, if you have to always say, if this is what was intended for this day, what have you done on your side? And now me, I tell you what have I done on my side. You see, you have to keep an eye on each other, because moja akisleki, nyote mtasleki.
That's
but
true.
But if both of you are very proactive and always communicating, then there's so much, you guys are going to learn so much together and also grow together.
Wow, what I hear Njambi Kariuki tells us is that usianze uko, hata wanasema even every time you want to start a business, usianze uko juu. Start from there so that you keep learning, you run the business, you run what to do, so that even if you get to a place and you feel that this business is not doing it, you can leave it at that. But sometimes tunapatanga mtu anataka kuanza mkahawa, amenunua fridge kubwa, gas kubwa, then all of a sudden at times goes by, unapata it's not even helping you. You're not in this business, you know, the business is not doing it, and you have really invested. So what Njambi is telling us is that start a business from wherever you are. Anza kidogo 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 kidogo, usiangalie ule akuko nyuma, ule akuko juice kabisa. And also don't compare yourself with
you cannot compare yourself with other people, because remember the experiences could be different from what you're going to experience yourself. You can use them as, say, like a bar, a bar that you want to reach, but not at the begin at that bar. Because this person at ukikanae chini akwambie akona story, they have a story behind that.
Oh my God, time is just running so fast. And now tell us, where are you located, where is the business? You just give us the details.
Okay, right now we are situated.
Do you have what do you call it?
A website?
Do you have a project?
Oh yeah. Okay, so currently we are located at Kwasamaki area, which is right before Makutano. We have a tent on the road, whereby when you're there you'll be taken to our offices. It's not far, in Karibu Sana, and also our offices are near our current project, which is directly opposite Sagana Getaway Resort. So we are separated by a river. So when you're on our piece of land, you can actually see people in Sagana Getaway, those that are swimming, those that are eating in the dining area, and that land is really good for residential and holiday homes, because holiday homes are what people are doing nowadays. It's
a piece goes for how much?
Pardon? A piece, yeah. You'll get we have quarters and we have eighths. Eighths are going for 1.25.
Eight is what by what?
Sorry, an eighth. An eighth is 50 by 100. A quarter is 100 by 100.
Oh,
yeah.
50 by 100. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
That's now
So,
a quarter.
Yes.
Okay.
50 by 100, which is an eighth, goes for 1.25. Payment plan you design for yourself, and the quarter goes for 2.25. So again, the payment plan you design for yourself. That's the current project we have. And other than that particular project, the other thing we do is unaweza kuja see the piece of land, but maybe you desire something bigger and something for yourself. So the company also gives you the opportunity to describe what it is you want, and the company goes and gets that for you. So all you have to do is say, I want this, the company gets that for you, and then now you just come and see, is it according to, to your requirements that you had set out for us.
Is it meeting your needs?
Yeah, is it everything? Because like I'll give an example. Last year we had so many people looking for a piece of land that is riverfront. Everyone wanted a river. So you'll find we would go out and search and get that for these people. So even if you want to set up a plant, we'll still do that for you. All you have to do is just know exactly what you want and let us know. We have a website, which is gen-a.africa. You'll go there and see our projects, and our contacts are also there. We're on Facebook and Instagram, Gen A, and WhatsApp. So in our website, you can get, when you want to message us, you message us directly with the WhatsApp. We have that icon where you just message directly to WhatsApp. Don't limit yourself. I would finally say, don't limit yourself at sababu. For example, you're in Mombasa. Don't limit yourself at you can only invest in Mombasa. No, invest anywhere, because land everywhere appreciates. Okay. We even have clients from diaspora. Yeah. So for such clients, we send them the Google Earth location. So they use Google Earth, so they can actually see. So they can actually see where the piece of land is. We also give people the opportunity, if you don't want to come to the office, every step-by-step purchase of land is on our website. Every step, you can take on there. Exactly.
Okay.
So other than that, our phone number, if you want to reach us, it's 0110-24-1990.
You can go again.
Yeah, 0110. Yeah, 0110-24-1990. The company's Generations Arise Limited. So come and rise with us. Yeah.
You go to that next level.
Yeah.
Now, where are you looking to be in the next few years?
In the next few years, we want to dominate Africa. That's why even our our
your name.
Yeah, we didn't limit ourselves with a name that would only confine us in Kenya. We want to do more around Africa. We want to do more of industrial lands, you know. We want to ensure when a company wants to set up something, we are the people they call. So that is our kind of projection that we want for ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, there's something that's going around. My eyes, in most cases, I find myself looking at what is happening. And I have come to meet this kind of arrangement where you have a land. I can come do the build, or you can buy a plot, maybe like the plots you have, somebody can come identify the plot. Then at the same time, you people come and build the house for this person, but the house is still made to the decision on the likes and the desires of the client. Mnapelekana hivyo, there's an amount he pays. Are you looking forward to something like that?
Yes, we also want to branch out, because right now what we've concentrated on is land. We want to branch out and also venture into development, you see, whereby we can build estates for, like, say, civil servants, you see, like, say, if not just that, we do a housing for student hostels, you know, just commercial development. We also look forward to, you know, getting enough power to get there.
You will be there.
Yeah, we definitely.
With the zeal that I can see at your age, by the time you get to my age, oh my God, I'm just looking at you like you'll have done wonders. Yes. What is that one you may want to tell a young woman out there?
That knowing yourself, knowing your strengths and your weakness is key, and it's very paramount to getting to where you want to go. Because the moment you understand what your weaknesses are, then you're able to work on them. And it's not easy. It's not easy. You'll find a lot of people. The funny thing about people is that they will always have opinions, you know, but you cannot let their opinion be your opinion or influence any decision that you make. Because at the end of the day, you want to sit down and say, at least I did everything that I wanted to do, whether you fail or you rise, you know.
Yes,
I
did it.
Yeah, you know, everything. You don't want the kind of regrets of, I wish I didn't listen to so and so, you know. No, just listen to your own voice, because you have a voice. You have a voice. Even if you don't listen to it, you have a voice. You know what you're capable of. So then the moment you step into that, I want you to understand that you're not the only one who's going to be doing what you're doing. So you have to find ways to always improve yourself. There's this lady I usually admire. Her name is Cradle. She's here in town. She does nails. And I met her in 2017. This lady would always find out what's new. What's new with nails.
Can I surprise you, because she'll be my guest on Wednesday? She just does amazing thing, and she's a woman.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
so she would always, you know, up her game. What she does, no one else in Muranga is doing.
Yes.
Reason being, she always improves herself, you know. She gets out there, she finds out what are people doing, even outside the continent of Africa. What are people doing with nails out there? Then she brings that. You can imagine, bring that kind of exposure in Muranga, you know.
Yeah, she did my nails and I like them.
She does a very good job.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So always, you know, improve yourself, improve your skill. You can never learn too much. In fact, learning too much will sometimes work for your good. Yeah.
Wow. That's very powerful. I admire you.
Thank you.
And I wish you well.
Thank you.
And don't get tired of coming here. Don't get tired of inviting you here.
Okay.
It's only that we don't have time. We would have continued the same discussion again and again. Just listen to that voice, my darling. That voice that is inside, that is telling you you can do it. Ignore all other voices, because the more you concentrate with other voices, you never become the woman you're supposed to become. I'm ever passionate about what is going around a woman. You have a story you may want to tell. You have something that you're doing, and you feel that you want to come up. This is the place for you. And hapa hakunanga kubanguana. Apana, hapa ukiniita, ukiniambia nataka kukuja, I tell you I'll have to invite you. Our number is 0724121812. Keep talking to us in case you have something that you may want to bring on board. This is the place for you. In the meantime, I just want to say bye until tomorrow. The Queen's Talk will come every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 10 to 11:30. And this is the place for all women to be what God designed them to be. Shalom. Thank you so much. Mpaka kesho.
You are watching Daesak TV, the Cradle of Goodness.